Look what Lauren showed up with.
Good morning!
Chad?
Here comes the
Oh.
legend. Oh snap! Full hands! What is this?
This is everyone's Starbucks order.
This is a day in the life, and this is not a typical day in the life.
No.
This is a surprise day in the life.
Happy hump day.
I had some heads up because Lauren said, "What's Danielle's Starbucks order?"
What?
Yeah. I knew everyone else's, but I was like, I wasn't sure because you always like change it up, I feel like. So I texted Nick and then I was like, he's gonna know.
And there was one of two options. It was either Lauren was just getting Danielle something, which could have happened, and we'd all be left out, but I didn't think Lauren would do that. How surprised are you?
Like how did you guys sneak?
All I know is Lauren texted me. She said, "What's Danny's Starbucks order? Respond, hurry, matcha latte, iced, thank you."
I made the decision, Chad and I rode together today, so sometimes we stop at Starbucks when we ride together, and in my head I was like, I'll just get everyone's Starbucks because I was like kind of sad yesterday, everyone was being really nice to me, but then I decided that as we were already on the way, and I know Nick takes a long time to respond, so I was driving and I was like, Chad, you have to blow up his phone because he's not gonna respond.
You know Nick so well.
Respond, hurry. Okay, I wanted to sit down and bring Danielle along for some crazy stat reveals, looking all back on our YouTube journey.
Ooh, this is going to be fun.
So
you already know, I'm gonna be surprised, but you're not gonna be surprised?
No, I think I will be surprised. I really only looked at the current stats. Now I didn't go back and looked at these note cards. So to explain, Danielle, back when we started YouTube together, wrote on these note cards basically like little things like this.
I think the year was 2017.
Yeah, okay, so this is 8/24/2017, and she got more detailed as she went along, writing more things on the cards.
From the beginning, I didn't really have a reason to do it other than I was curious for myself, and I was afraid I wouldn't be able to find these numbers. I wanted to know that I was able to grow, but I didn't know how I would track that. So I just got a postcard. This was actually when we were living with his parents.
Yes.
And I started writing these.
And somehow we kept these on our little cork board at home for all this time. But I just kind of wanted to sit down, review some of the numbers, talk about our time on YouTube, over the last, few years together, and just kind of get your reaction to some of these numbers.
And some of y'all have been here
from the beginning almost.
Yeah, a long time.
If not the very beginning.
Yes. So let's get into it.
Okay, I figured we start out with the oldest and work our way to the newest stuff. Okay, so as of 8/24/2017, how many subscribers do you think that we had, Danielle?
42.
42? Better. We had 205. How many views did we have?
Who were they? Why were they subscribed?
I don't know. We had, guess how many views?
62,000.
She just saw it. We had 62,000 views, and what was our revenue for that time for 62,000 views?
$0.
$52. Now, this came, if you're OG YouTube, you would know that there was the whole demonetizing people if they didn't have 1,000 subscribers. This is before that happened.
So we were actually,
Hold on, we can't.
Holly is going to squeak her gnome toy. We made money on YouTube, and then they revoked it and told us we couldn't make money anymore because we didn't reach their new things, and then we finally hit them again. So that was a lump in the road.
Yeah, it was. That was a bump. Okay.
A bump, not a lump.
So we moved from 8/24, 2 months later, basically, to 10/24 of 2017. Not much growth in subscribers. We only increased 30 subscribers. We had 235 subscribers, 68,000 views, and $64 in revenue. Now, Danielle does another big jump almost three months later.
I changed the postcard to say Dani and Nick YouTube stats. The other ones didn't say that. You got roped into it at this point.
Yeah, they didn't. Danielle was making a lot of videos on her own without me. So do you want to read some of those
our
numbers?
total videos made together as a couple was 19 videos at this point.
At that point.
Look, I put the year 2017 on this one.
12/30/2017.
So I had made 45 videos, but the videos that we made together was 19 of those.
Well, also the videos that you made in the beginning before Danielle and I were together are not counted in our final numbers, so I'll say that now. So how many subscribers did we
have? So you didn't do lifetime?
I did lifetime together.
How did you know?
I basically started when we met. No, I did a little before then, but you weren't making videos.
My top video as of December 30th was about sorority recruitment at Alabama.
I remember that video. Okay, now this is a big turning point in the Dani and Nick YouTube journey. It says, day leaving for Europe. We went on a trip to Europe and we decided to film a lot of the stuff along the way. And that was probably like the first time that we sat down and made like a video pretty much every day doing something. And so I guess these numbers probably won't show like the jump from that, but we'll see them compared to the next time. So at that point, this is 1/22 of 2018. We had 290 subscribers, 42,000 total views. This is lifetime views at that point. We had made 64 videos, so we were putting in some time. And then we had 197,000 hours, or no, minutes of watch time. And our revenue at that point was $86. And Danielle started adding the number of likes and comments that we've had on our videos.
And the money from the other one, 50, like we only had made $30. It wasn't 50, and then we also made 86.
Yes, the revenue is cumulative, and that will be throughout the video. All these numbers are cumulative numbers.
Yep.
So
we still couldn't even get that money because you can't get paid until you reach $100.
Right. So we had been like stacking it up.
So we
had 668 likes and 142 comments.
Thumbs up the video.
So yeah, if you thumbs up, you're in one of those likes, or if you commented, you're in one of the comment numbers. All right, so this is once we came back from this is while on the trip you made this one, 2/27?
No, we were back.
Oh, the other one was January. Okay,
yeah.
2/27. This will show you what 1 month happened during this trip. We jump all the way up to 370 subscribers compared to, I'll let you hold this one, compared to
290, so almost 100 subscribers in a month.
Our views jumped to 57,000.
From 42.
And we had made 96 videos.
And we had made 64.
So we made a lot of videos during that period. Our watch time jumped all the way to 250,000 minutes.
And our likes almost doubled because now we're at 1,000.
1,000 likes. How many comments? Comments 236 compared to 142. So we're moving in that right direction. Now Danielle is staying on the month train at this point. So we jump again. I'm gonna give you this one. So
at this point we were like, we want to do YouTube and do it well.
Yes, so we were trying to commit more to it. Yeah. So Danielle wrote down that we had 427 subscribers 1 month later compared to the 370? Mm-hmm. Views 67,000. Videos, we made 105 at that point.
At this point, we weren't on a trip anymore, though, so it was kind of sad. We had all this fun content, and then we were back home.
That's true. Watch time, 287,000 minutes. Likes 1,190, and then 275 comments.
And at that point, we were about to move into our house, kind of.
That's true. All right. So we take a long break.
Oh, 2 months. We went from March to May.
2 more months. So Danielle's still staying on the train. We're still going up and up, but I think it's slowing.
It is slowing.
We have now, compared to 427 subscribers, we have almost 500, 498. Our views gone up significantly, 90,000 views. That's pretty good. We had made 123 videos. Watch time goes up to 370,000 minutes.
And then basically, 2018 to now, I never wrote a postcard again.
No, this is the last postcard of 2018, so this is going to be our last reference point until we look at today's stats. So at that point, we had, this is June of 2018, we had July of 2018, we had 552 subscribers, 109,000 total views. We had made 139 videos, which felt like a lot, I remember. We had 440,000 minutes of watch time, 1,900 likes, and 348 comments. So that is 2018, and Danielle did not write another postcard until I wrote this sticky note today.
You should have done a postcard to keep it monumental.
So, we can still transfer these to a postcard. So Danielle doesn't know any of these numbers. Should we have you guess them?
No, because I'm going to have no reference point.
Okay, well, you will know this.
We have 6,430
We have 6,426 subscribers.
I was so close.
Compared to 552. So a lot more subscribers. Views. What do you think?
Let it rip.
We have 834,000 views compared to
100,000.
100,000.
Honestly, I thought it would be higher.
Okay, this is where it gets really crazy. We have been telling you minutes of watch time. Now we're going to tell you hours of watch time. So as a reference,
we had 444,000 minutes of watch time,
which is 7,405 hours of watch time. Now we have 74,301 hours of watch time.
Dang!
That's a lot.
7,000 to 74,000 hours.
Now,
that's a lot of hours.
As you guys saw, the likes weren't that many before. We had 1,900, and now we have 17,840.
And we could have one more if you thumbs up this video.
Yeah, so take the time. If you're not subscribed, subscribe already and give us a thumbs up. And maybe comment, because that would be nice too. Comments. What do we have? 348 comments. And then now we have 2,518 comments. Now the last revenue number that we had,
86.
yeah, was $86 was our last revenue number. And so that was all time. Now all time the channel has made $5,892.
But if you think about how much effort we put in to every video,
we probably make 50
we don't
cents
do
an
it
hour.
for the money because
No.
yeah, it is way more work than it is worth. $5,892 over the course of 2017 basically to now.
Yeah. So we
would be homeless if we...
Yeah, YouTube is not for the money. That's 100% true. And with the
it's an added bonus.
It is an added bonus. With the it like at least helps pay for like the editing software, that type of stuff. But definitely not for the money. $5,000 over that many years is not very much.
It is really cool to see the growth as we put more dedication and more effort into more videos, better videos, like more things to put out there. I feel like that's cool to see.
Well, as you guys have been following along, you have seen that we're pretty much on a at least 5 days a week like vlog train, and we've been doing that since mid-January maybe. And so that definitely has added to like a lot of this like subscriber growth and things like that. So I think it's definitely, you can see our YouTube channel has transitioned over time, like as our life has transitioned. First, it was started out like in my parents' house, just talking about topics that we were passionate about. Then it kind of turned into like when we would travel, we would make travel vlogs and travel diaries. And then when we started a business, we really transitioned to kind of just documenting a lot of the things about the business. If you're like an OG Tails Up Pup fan, you remember those videos in the basement when the Tails Up Pup studio was there. And then you've probably seen and followed the journey all the way to when we got our first office, hired our first employees, got our second office space, and just as the business has been able to grow over that time, like you can look back and follow along all those things. The cool thing about this channel, I think, is that it is definitely evolved over time, and I think it will continue to evolve.
And I think it's cool that everyone who works here likes being in front of the camera and enjoys the videos and has a fun time. I think that is really cool.
That's something that I definitely didn't expect, is you just don't know, like not everyone wants to be filmed, and I know that not everyone wants to be filmed all the time, and so like it's been cool to see like everybody's super willing to like help us make content, willing to be part of the content and part of the vlog every day, and that's definitely something that's been really special. Okay, Lauren, as an OG vlog fan, how have you seen the channel change? Today's video is all about like reviewing like our time on YouTube, and because you tell the people you watched before you worked here.
Yeah, I did. I was a fan for like a while, maybe like at least a year. Whenever you guys were posting your like, I made this much money selling bandanas video, I feel like that's when I like first started watching. How it's changed, I just feel like you really like honed in on your editing style, and like, the videos are a lot more like punchy and entertaining. Like they weren't, not that they weren't entertaining before, but it was more like, all right, like here's our day, just kind of like what's going on. Now it's like I feel like you kind of have like a theme to every single one, kind of like tells a story. And it's like bam, 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 like entertaining, like all the best moments of the day.
Was it
Does that make sense?
It does. Was it weird to like watch the vlog and now like be a main character in the vlog? How is that? What has that been like?
I mean, it's interesting. It's funny to like know what happened during the day and then to go home and watch like the vlog version of it.
Like the 15-minute cut down.
Yeah, like the argument we had about the name of the callers the other day. It was funny to like know what really happened and then watch like the publicly like acceptable version of what happened.
So how close do you think the vlog is to reality?
I mean, it's really, it is what we're like. We all are really like energetic and like we laugh and have fun all day. Like it really is like that. It's just, there's obviously lulls in between that the vlog doesn't catch. Like there's hours where we're quiet and we're all working and stuff. So
yeah, they're not seeing like the, you know, a 20-minute time lapse is 15 seconds. That is just like a little overlay.
Yeah, so it's funny. Like, have we ever told them about how I realized that you guys were here?
No, like in Georgia, in Marietta, Georgia. No, you need to tell that story.
So I watched the vlog for like a while. And I was like, oh, those people, like, I like them. They seem nice, whatever. Like, they have a cool business. But I never knew, like, I don't know if you guys ever mentioned, like, where you were physically located. And I always thought, like, oh, it'd be so fun to, like, work at a place like that. And I was like, my eyes, like, really watery right now. Please, I'm crying from happiness. I think I actually just got sunscreen in my eye. But, so I used to, like, watch the vlogs, whatever. And then one day, Nick was on the vlog and he was at Joann and he was like, we're at our Joann and it just like moved to a new location and it's in an old Toys R Us. And I was like, my Joann just moved to a new location in an old Toys R Us. So then I like looked and I was like, they've literally been like 15 minutes away from me this whole time. Like I've been watching, like I'm surprised we never saw each other there.
Isn't that so weird?
Yeah.
You
know that.
Yeah, we could have been there at the same time.
We could have.
But like I would have recognized them. Like you wouldn't have recognized me, but I would have recognized you.
But they were wearing masks in
yeah,
the store
that's
at that
true.
time.
That's
well,
true.
actually, maybe not at that point.
Yeah, some of it was before COVID. Like I've been watching for a while, so.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
It was really weird to meet you guys in real life because.
The first time?
Yeah, because it's weird to meet somebody like you feel like you know them, but you know that they have no idea who you are. So it's like. I probably felt more familiar with you guys than you felt with me. Obviously, I was a stranger.
Yeah, what was that like?
I mean, you guys were like what you're like on the vlog.
But like, how was it? What was like the transition like trying to like, you know, you feel like you know somebody? Were there ever things that you felt like, you know, oh, I need to like keep this to myself or whatever? Don't want to come across as like weird.
Like when you know things about somebody, but you have to pretend like you don't know till they tell you.
Yes.
No, I don't think, because I told you guys, like, in my email when I emailed you, I said I watched the vlog.
Yeah.
So, like, you guys.
Yeah, you never hid that.
Yeah, so you knew. But
it's just
cool.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on the lifespan of the vlog and, like, how it is, what it's like filming every day, any stuff like that?
No, I think it's been a cool transition. I hope it's fun for people to see, like, everybody. And, like, it kind of was, like, Nick and Danny's life. And now it's, like, a lot of, like, it's pulled in me and Connor and Inslee. And I hope people like that.
Yeah, we were saying that it's really cool, and like we didn't expect that there would be like you guys would be so involved and enjoy like being in front of the camera and all of that stuff, because not everyone likes to do that.
Yeah, it's fun. It's weird when like now I feel like I have the experience of being on the other side of it where people message me and they know stuff about me and I don't really know them, and I'm like, it's weird to like see my name in the comments of the videos or like on Instagram, like people message me and stuff. But
Connor, do you have any thoughts on the vlog?
I do. There are some things that Lauren did not say that I'm willing to say.
What?
When we first started working here, we were very awkward on camera. And that was a huge thing to start off with, just because like we didn't really know what to say. So like we kind of had like a bad vibe about the vlog, just like in general. Like whenever we're videoing in here, or when Nick and Danny were in here, we're just kind of like, I don't know about this whole thing.
There's growing pains.
There were growing pains, for sure. But as we began to work here and kind of caught on with the vibe of Nick and Danny, we learned and we started to really enjoy what they do. And I know I'm honored to be on the vlog. I know that Lauren's also honored.
How long did it take you guys to like figure out y'all's like camera personality? Because what Connor said is so true. I think it took me over 100 videos before I felt mostly comfortable on camera. And then there's some times that I'm still like, I have no idea what to say, and so it's just like, eh. But like, how long do you think it took y'all to be comfortable? I feel like it was faster for y'all.
I feel like there are times where I'm still not comfortable on
Yeah.
there. Like there are times where I'm stuttering, I say, you know, I don't know what to say, because like just the whole thought process and the continuity
Yes.
of the vlog is tough to learn. So I would say like we're definitely a lot more comfortable now, but we're still learning a lot.
Yeah, I think it also, like, we didn't know each other at the beginning. So it's already uncomfortable being on camera, and then, like, in front of strangers, basically. Like, we were all, like, new, so it's, like, that's embarrassing. And, like, I kind of have, like, an out there personality. I say crazy stuff, so I'm, like, trying to, like, reel it in a lot, because I'm like, are they going to not want that on camera? But then once you guys, like, let me be myself, and I realized you were fine with it, then I was like, oh, okay, I felt a lot more comfortable.
There's also that peer pressure of, like, seeing Nick and Dani do it, and they're, like, so good at it just because they've been doing so much longer than we have.
Yeah.
And, like, whenever it came to our time, like, it's like, oh, I can totally do this. Like, I can do exactly what Nick just did. And then the camera's on you, and you're like,
Like,
My name's Jeff.
everything that was in your head just,
it's
like,
like,
goes away.
what do I say? Yeah, it's, like, so hard.
Do you guys feel that talking to the camera is like low-key kind of like public speaking?
At first, yeah, for sure. Because you're like, whatever I say right now is what people are going to see.
That's a very good point, Connor. Did you have anything else that you wanted to share?
There's always things to share, but I got to get back to work.
Ensley, I do have one question for you for the vlog. How were you able to be so natural from the get-go? Because we were just talking about how everybody had kind of like this like period where they were uncomfortable on the vlog, but I feel like you never really had that.
Well, I was a reporter before I worked here, so I'm used to being in front of the camera like every day, multiple times a day. And I don't know, I've just never been shy in front of the camera. I guess that's why I wanted to be a reporter for a while.
Well, let me ask you this. When you first started being a reporter, did you have like camera shy moments where it was hard talking to a camera, or was there much of a learning curve there for you?
I wouldn't say I was like shy talking in front of the camera, but I think the only nerves that came from it was just when it comes to like reporting, it's like you want to make sure you're getting all the facts right. So I think making sure that just subconsciously I didn't like mess up, because if you just said one wrong word, then the whole fact was incorrect.
Yeah.
So like I think that at first I was like really focused on making sure I knew the information that I was saying, because it was really important. Whereas like when I'm doing stuff here, it's not like, you know, I don't have to think as much. It's just conversation.
Right.
Which is a lot easier for me. I feel like when I first started here, which was a little over a year ago, like we definitely weren't filming every day. Like I didn't even know that y'all did a vlog for a long time. It kind of like came out every now and then, like, oh, we're gonna do this vlog. So I feel like probably over the past like 6 months, we've been vlogging a lot more. And that might be just because like there's only like what 5 of us here, so it's kind of like easier to do all of that. And we all just participate in it, and you know, it's fun and it's a good time.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ensley.
You're welcome.
But if y'all have any questions about growing a YouTube channel, whether it's for yourself or something that we talked about, leave them in the comments below. And yeah, I think that this is really cool to look back on, and that's part of why we love making these videos, because it is so cool to look back and see our entire journey. There's videos of us in our basement, studio tours, and all of the places and all the fun things, and I love that.
I would definitely say that there's never been a video that we've made that I've looked back and be like, dang, I regret the time spent making that video, because being able to look back and like it just literally transports you to that moment. Like a photo can like help transport you there, but the video, you can actually like conjure up the emotions and the thoughts you were having in that exact moment, and that's just really, really cool to be able to see. And we've only been doing this for a few years, so imagine looking back 10, 20 years from now, like who knows. But yeah, please let us know if you have any questions
and
about
like, comment, and subscribe, so that we can continue.
It is crazy. A lot of you guys that watch are not subscribed. I guess I don't know why that is.
Looking at some of you OGers who comment all the time, we can tell, because it tells us if you're subscribed or not. So subscribe now. Bye.